been around college baseball enough to know about RPI, and getting sub 500 in a league is difficult, but they're high enough RPI they could probably get themselves in. But it's a long way to go. But I know you're concentrating on yourself, and it was just huge today.
Well, today was huge, and we stayed in our normal routine. We had chapel service, we had Easter chapel service here, and then really the preparation today was talking about enjoying playing the game. Don't play with pressure. Play today, play in the moment, and then the dugout was really good today. They were locked in. They were on. Even when we were down, I felt like we were getting some pretty good swings off, and then we had a good little battle. Zach Willis leads off an inning, and we go to an little offensive spark plug that we got, and he jump starts us and gets a leadoff man on, and then we start doing some damage.
Willis is going to be good for you in the future. He's a pinch hitter this year. The Gross over at second, and then if you had McClain, he'd still be a pinch hitter, but he's like 5 for 9 now, I believe, at 5.45 on the year, and he's going to be a good one for you the next couple of years.
He's a real good worker, and he knows what his role is now, and he'll get some time off and on down the stretch here. But what a great job by Sam Maul coming in there and quieting that thing down. So a lot of people contributed today. Jacob saw the ball good, and that's what you want your three-hole hitter to do. Zerk and Drew were doing a good job getting on, and that was the key.
Unsung hero probably is going to be T.J. Rich. He was 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Mainly the thing he did in the first inning with the runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put a ball in play up the middle, just get that run from third in and get a run on the board.
Yeah, what TJ's learned how to do is learn how to get RBIs, and it's not always about just getting hits or hitting doubles, and that's what you want in your 4 and 5 hole. You want RBI type guys, and he's settling into that role very well, and he's playing a real good defensive first base for us. Turned a nice double play today, and really one of the harder double plays to turn is the 3-6-3, and that was a big moment.
Oh, that was also a gutsy play. The easy thing to do, they had sent, I believe it was the Taylor, the catcher, toward home. It would have been real easy to go. I'm going to get the tag out at home. You'd have had him by a mile and play 2 outs. 3-6-3. That was a gutsy play by TJ.
Gutsy play, and the ball actually took him. He took a step up, so he had a good throwing lane to Zerk, and that's where you make the decision. If I have the throwing lane, I'm going to make the throw. And he's got a very accurate arm, and made a good feed, and Zerk made a good turn. And also the play Zerk made in the ninth. What an unbelievable play he made to get that first out of the inning, and that's huge when you got a big lead like that. Get the first out somewhere, and then let your pitcher settle in.
Clayton Gant got you another good start. He got into the 6th, went 5 1/3, ran into a little bit of trouble there in the 6th, and then Sam Maul 3 2/3. Nice job in relief for Sam. He's 3 1, and if Sam doesn't make the all-freshman team this year, it'll be a crime.
He's really doing well, and what Sam's got is he's got confidence to throw a real competitive fastball for a strike anytime he needs to, and that's the key. That opens up a lot of things. His all-speed stuff is set up by his fastball command, and when he has that, he's tough.
Coach Austin P. Wednesday night was Sam throwing 61 pitches. I assume Eric throws on Wednesday, and then in the future, does your weekend determine, because you'll have 2 midweek games, but you don't play any Tuesday, Wednesdays, or just one game each week. Does kind of the weekend, depending if you have to use Eric or Sam, dictate who your midweek starter will be?
That's what we'll do. They're throwing some pins now, and we'll get a report from Austin P. on what the matchup is and make a decision. Probably Eric. It could be another. We could send a righty to the mound and throw a 6.
You could still go all staff your last 3 games.
We could go all staff and get everybody their feet wet a little bit and mix and match throughout the game to get, then you keep everybody for the weekend.
Austin P. We haven't been up to Clarksville since 2007. It's a field where the lights, at least they used to be. I don't know. They may have renovated it now. The lights weren't great. It's a big yard. Not a lot of people there on midweek games. It's one of those places you've really got to amp yourself up because it's not going to be the environment to really amp you up there.
Yeah, you got to generate your own energy, and that's life on the road midweek, and the challenge will be for this team is to keep playing, and hopefully today, and I felt like the late inning runs that we had on Friday and Saturday, those are they don't really show up much in the box score, but they let your team know, hey, we can score off this team, keep grinding out at bats, and now you hope they'll win like this will propel us into a good midweek energy.
15 games to go. You just know you got to keep playing well if you want to give yourself a chance for postseason. It starts with Austin P. But knowing now you've got 4 weeks left in the season. It's the time last year you ramped it up, and it's the time this year. You've never had this much experience that's been together 3 or 4 years. You've got to rely very highly on the people like Drew and Chad and Jacob and Adam McClain and Robbie Graham. You've got to really call on those guys to drive this team with 15 games to go.
Absolutely. And and the neat thing is they've been through this before. You know, you saw a little surge in the second half last year to get to third place in that league. And we got a tough stretch. You know, we got to go on the road at Tulane and on the road at Rice. And you know, not easy places to play. But you look at the road records in the league, and the road records are all pretty good. They're actually, most of the teams in the league have better records on the road than they do at home. And I like our club on the road.
All right. Well, they've always played well on the road for you. They seem to get focused in. You'll need it. And it starts off with Austin Peay Wednesday night.
Sure does.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey.